Good evening. Let's go ahead and begin 14.2. You see it's coming from your book, Chapter 14, Section 2, about human chromosomes. So again, we're going to see some of those chromosomal disorders. Okay. 2%. This seems like an incredible number to me. 2% used for genes or transcribed into RNA. That's 2% of all DNA. So we have a lot of leftover DNA not used quite there. Average of genes are 3,000 base pairs. Largest gene is 2 million base pairs. Here we see that chromosomes 21 and 22 are the smallest autosomes. That means they're the smallest chromosomes. Autosomes, remember, are every chromosome except your X and your Y, your sex chromosomes. Chromosome 22, look at how many, 43 million DNA base pairs. Chromosome 21, 32 million. What this relates to by our standards for this particular chapter is that these diseases such as leukemia and neurofibromatosis are caused because of problems in these different chromosomes, and some of these can happen during mitosis and such. Okay, chromosome 21 is where Lou Gehrig's disease is located. Okay, remember that genes located close together on the same chromosome are linked. So that means they tend to be inherited together. This would be like the red hair and the freckles. Linked genes can be separated during that crossing over that happens during meiosis. Sex-linked genes. So we see here, we have our X chromosome and we have our Y chromosome. Look at the difference in things that are carried on the X chromosome as compared to the Y chromosome. There's quite a few things. And so genes on the X and the Y are called sex-linked. Those that are on the X, lots and lots and lots of them. Examples, colorblindness, hemophilia, muscular dystrophy. Okay, colorblindness, 3 human genes associated with this on the X chromosome. In males are going to be the ones that tend to be more colorblind than females. About 1 in 10 males and 1 in 100 females. And the reason for this is males have just 1 X chromosome. Just 1 that they get from mom. So all of the X-linked alleles are expressed in males, even if they are recessive. So if you've got a recessive trait such as colorblindness that happens on that X chromosome, the male's going to have it. But in order for the female to have it, she has to have that recessive gene from both mom and from dad. Okay, so again, why are more males? Because all X-linked alleles are expressed males, even if they are recessive. Okay, mom passes on an X or an X, dad passes on an X or a Y, and they don't tend to have the allele on the Y. And we can see that here in this Punnett square. Okay, so we have this big A, meaning it's an unaffected, and a little a meaning affected. And so you can see there's a 1 in 25% chance that a baby is going to be born female and be affected. Okay, other things, we've got our hemophilia, colorblindness, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. A lot of times we just call this MD or muscular dystrophy. Anytime a person has a Y, they're genetically male. Everyone has at least 1 X. So the chances of sperm passing down an X chromosome is 50%. Y is small, doesn't carry the same genes as X. Okay, and we can see here in our pedigrees and that the carrier is halfway filled in, and this filled in would be affected. Here is what we see as a possible test for color blindness. It's not good over a computer, so don't test yourself this way, but this is just an example of what it would look like. Okay. Hemophilia, we've talked about this before. The blood does not clot properly. It's missing that protein. Determined by 2 genes on the X chromosome. 1 in 10,000 males have it. They can bleed to death from minor cuts, but it can be treated with clotting proteins. Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or MD, isn't that like the coolest wheelchair ever? Anyway, progressive weakening and loss of skeletal muscle, 1 in 3,000 males, caused by a defective gene that codes for protein in the muscle. So again, it's that protein. Okay. X chromosome inactivation. We see this primarily in calico cats. But the British geneticist Mary Lou Lyon discovered that in females, one X chromosome is randomly switched off and that forms a bar body. So a bar body is a dense area in a nucleus where the inactivated X chromosome is located. Okay, what that means for calico cats is that this calico kitty here would be a female. Male cats have only one X, and so with that one X they can have spots of one color. So it can be a calico male, but you see the female here has the brown and like the black and the white, whereas males would have some of the white, but then either only black or only that brown. So quick review. Go ahead and circle your correct answer. Nondisjunction means it's not separating correctly at all. And that's going to create abnormal numbers in chromosomes. Remember, we want a pair of each of the chromosomes. And so Down syndrome, you can see circled down there in the red, you've got 3 of chromosome number 21. This is often called a trisomy 21, and that's a nondisjunction. During meiosis, the chromosomes did not separate correctly. 1 in 800 babies produces mild to severe mental retardation. They are the nicest people in the world, though. Unfortunately, they are susceptible to many other diseases. Okay, why does one extra copy cause so much trouble? We just don't really know yet. Scientists are really trying to figure that out, though, as they do this Human Genome Project. Okay, sex chromosome disorders, Turner syndrome. Females inherit one X chromosome, so they don't have the other X. It's missing. They generally tend to be sterile. Sex organs do not develop at puberty. And that is a girl, what she would look like with Turner syndrome. A lot of times it's difficult to tell that they have it, but here are some of the symptoms of that. Okay, Klinefelters, we have the Y here, so that's a male, but they do have an extra X. Sterile cases found in which they have many X's. And here's a quick review. So which genetic disorder is here? That would have been Down syndrome. This one, Turner. And this last one, an extra X there, that is Klinefelters. So have a great rest of the evening, and we will see you tomorrow.